I think it was July, somewhere around that of 2019, where I went through a bit of a depression during that time. It was a 2 months of time where I didn't have contact with any friends. I was doing Uber Eats, I think. So like I wasn't meeting any people. I wasn't picking up anyone's calls. I was completely out of social media and everything. And I was in a really dark state of mind. So dark that I even had thoughts of suicide and those kind of stuff. And I actually had like suicide help number screenshot in my mobile phones, just in case that if I go way out of control, at least I'll call them or something like that. I was in that state. It was really bad. I didn't see a purpose for my life. I didn't have a meaning to life. I don't know, man. It was very bad. What was that? I don't know. It was just a bad depression. I don't know what kind of depression was it, because there are different levels to that. But when it went out of control for so long, I somehow brought up the courage, whatever, to come here and meet with Vanessa, our student counselor. And when I talked to her about whatever was happening and we had a chat, and when I came out of that room, I felt like that was one of the most courageous acts of my life. And I believe most of the people who are there going through a mental health situation right now, that's what happens with them. They are not only socially stigma. I don't know whatever goes inside their brain or the feeling of whatever is happening. They can't just go out and talk to anyone like that. It is one of the most courageous acts of my life, as I said, to go out there and just talk to the student counselor about what is happening with me. And that happened. Then I went to a doctor. The first thing the doctor asked was, do you want to have a medicine for this? He wasn't suggesting me any natural processes or do exercise, eat good food or here and there. He was directly do you want to have medicine? And I'm like, no. I don't want to have medicine, man. I don't want to be dependent on medicine just for that. And just those two acts somehow helped me to pull myself out of that state and activate that part of my brain which was like, no, you can do this. You can't let things like this control you. It's your body, it's your mind. You have the control. It's not like your mind controlling you. And somehow from that day or that state, after that step, I went to the gym. I started looking into my lifestyle and those kind of stuff. And even these days, it comes back. It haunts me from time to time, and it goes for like weeks, sometimes for months. But since I've been through that state, I somehow now realize what is starting to happen. And I can feel like, okay, so this is starting. So what are the things I can do? What is going wrong? What is happening? I have now the habit of analyzing my thoughts and processes. The first thing is realization that you are having this kind of situation, you are having this kind of mental state. Most people have a hard time realizing that. They can't figure out that they are going through like that kind of a phase. I have like 2 different phases that I go through that I've named basically. One is the depressive phase or the negative phase, and the other is called a zone, where I'm like motivated, I have full of energy. And one of my friends actually was saying this few weeks back, like I'm always living in the extremes. Like if I'm happy, motivated, energetic, I'm at high level, and if I'm depressed, I'm at the very bottom level. There is no like middle ground, which is something I have to work on. Because not every day is a good day. Sometimes you have a bad days, but that doesn't mean your whole life is a bad one. And one of the other things you can do during those situations is that pull yourself out of the details, Just not only, instead of focusing on a particular hour or particular situation of the day, look at the overall life. Like what has happened in the past 2-3 years, because there should be a lot of good things that have happened in the past 2-3 years. So that somehow helps. But yeah, the mental health situation, man, I think I wouldn't say I don't have proper data or stat for that, but I think every one of the international students who is here has to go through that high stress level, high pressurized situation that we haven't been through before. So that surely develops some kind of mental health issue. For some people, they are good with that, they are able to handle it and manage it. For some others, it's hard, it's difficult to do that.